Hello again, and welcome to the annual I Make Videos video. It's been like 5 years since I made the original horror review, and it's like, man, I would say time flies, but like, that felt like eons ago. Oh man, and to think I only have like 241 subscribers. Anyway, you mind doing that? That'd be wonderful. But hey, 5 years of videos. Also on Odyssey now. Yeah, that's a website that exists. I mean, it's like similar to YouTube. I don't know how many people even use it, but like, you know, if you want to watch them there, that's cool. I'm in a worse situation over there with the whole 0 followers. Oh, I basically just did that like a week ago when I'm recording this. But you know, still, now that's another place to watch this garbage if you want to. I also might look into like putting them on archive.org or something, you know, just because, you know, at least I wouldn't get like deleted or anything. That'd be pretty neato. And you know, like in terms of videos, I've actually been trying to like improve the quality of them. Actual like resolution and everything. They're 1080p now, how about that? And like recently I also got like Affinity Photo, so it's like Photoshop but not Photoshop and also not expensive. It's like 55 bucks. So I redid a lot of my visual stuff to be like 4K just because I can. Affinity Photo is a lot better than GIMP. I also learned a little bit of Inkscape too. Like, you know that like little thing around the thumbnail? Like I just made that like an SVG, a scalable vector graphic. Just make whatever resolution I want. It's pretty cool. And then I just like put like a gradient over it in like Affinity Photo. Looks pretty decent now. I also got a new microphone. I was using like a blue Snowball Ice for like 4 years, which, you know, like, it's pretty good. But I can afford better stuff now, so why not? And also, I know that I'm actually gonna use it, so, you know, like, it doesn't feel like a waste of money or anything. I now have a Shure SM58, I think it's called, which is a XLR. And for those who don't know, it's like a big boy microphone. So I have like a Behringer Euphoria UM2 XLR interface thing, so that like it doesn't sound like ass when you like talk into it. I actually just had like a XLR to USB adapter at first. It didn't work very well, and it sounded worse than my old microphones. Like, huh? Like, I know this thing should be sounding better. I heard like voice samples of it before I bought it. Just like, why does this sound like a freaking $10 Walmart microphone? What? It's this insanely clever puzzle game where you use words to change the game's rules. Like, Baba might be you right now, but maybe Flag can be you. I mean, it's all good now. I honestly felt like what I should have just done in the first place. They were about the same price. I also got a new capture card. I had a Elgato HD before. I don't know if it was the first one, but like, I mainly got that one because I could record like both SD and HD stuff, but now I have an HD 60S Plus. I can record consoles at 60 FPS now, I think. I haven't actually really tested that part. I'm probably not going to. I mainly got the new capture card for streaming so that like I don't have to like change an OBS to like delay my voice for like 1.2 seconds or whatever it was. Like, it was doable but annoying. So yeah, I probably won't do 60 FPS videos quite yet. It's not that I don't see the point, I just don't have the means to do it, like, consistently. Because I actually try to do, like, 60 FPS captures for, like, PC before, and with my GPU. I know, not happening. I mean, like, I could, but it's all, like, stuttery and, like, not smooth at all. And like 30 is much smoother, so I'd rather just have like smooth video than like stuttery video. And the reason why I can afford all this stuff now is because I have a job now, unfortunately. Yeah, that about sums it up my life right now. So I probably won't be able to like upload as often as I did before, but I'm still doing it. And like, I'm definitely not gonna be releasing stuff weekly anymore, because what I would do before is like just make like a bunch of videos at once and then like upload them weekly. That's what I did with Kirby and Metroid and like Jet Set Radio, pretty much for like the last year-ish. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore, mainly because I don't have the time to. Like, I probably could still do it, but then I would only upload like once a year, which I don't think anyone wants. Just seems like a bad time overall. And honestly, I might not be as strict with marathons in the future, because before I was just like all these games all at once. But now I'm probably just gonna be like, well, maybe I don't feel like playing the next game in this series next. I'm still gonna be doing like games from the same series, like pretty frequently, but like probably not all at once, unless I feel like it. Depends. I mean, like, this is just a fun thing I do, so actually enjoying it makes it a whole lot better, you know? And I'm not feeling motivated to do one thing, just like, I'll do something else. Also, I'm pretty sure I hit the microphone. The thing is, I'm not sure if I want to focus on doing YouTube less, but like there's definitely still a lot that I want to do outside of YouTube, so yeah, including like programming stuff and various other things that aren't coming to my mind right now. Anyway, that's the state of the channel right now. Might upload less, but like at least YouTube considers them HD now. Like I don't know why they don't think 720p is HD anymore, because it is, but whatever. But let's talk about the stuff that I did over the last year, just to reflect, you know? Talking about Kirby was fun. Definitely want to do more of Kirby in the future. I don't know when, but eventually. TMOC, do not steal. Did I use that joke too early? I'm not sure. Although I'm not doing Forgotten Lands on release, just because I don't feel like it. I'm probably just gonna do the other games first. But I'll get to it eventually. Also, I said in my Kirby 64 review that it'd be pretty neat if they made a 3D Kirby game next. So that's cool. Like, that wasn't a prediction or anything. It was just like a, hey, that'd be pretty neato. And look at that, it came true. My non-prediction. And also the Dreamland 3 review got an odd amount of views. I don't know why that one specifically. Although honestly, out of the Kirby reviews I just made, Dreamland 3 is probably the most fun to make, despite me not even liking the game. I don't know, something just awakened in me when I started talking about it. And like, a bunch of stuff that I was saying about the game, that's pretty much how I felt while I was playing the game. True story. Hard to believe, I know. But when I eventually get back to Kirby, I'm probably skipping Air Ride and just going straight to Amazing Mirror, mainly because Air Ride is too expensive. In like 2019, Air Ride was like $30, which I would have paid, but like, I just didn't feel like buying it at that point. And now it's like $80, which I don't want to pay now. I'm not paying $80 for a video game, no matter what game it is. Even like $70 games are pretty iffy. I'll probably be playing Horizon and like God of War this year, but like, I'd rather wait 2 months for them to be 50 instead, you know? And like, that's for a new game. We're talking about one that's like 20 years old almost. Feel old yet? Because I've never played Air Ride, so that's the thing. Because, like, for the most part, my, like, one rule with reviews that's an absolute requirement is that I have to buy the game in some way, unless, like, you literally can't. Like, if it was, like, Japanese only or something, or, like, you literally can't buy it anymore. Like, I mean, those would be exceptions, but, like, you technically can buy it. Anyway, though, Metroid. Metroid is very good. Please play Metroid games. And honestly, the Fusion review might just be my favorite video that I've ever made. I just really like how it turned out, and talking about it was really fun. Like, for the most part, that video was, like, pretty easy to script, too. I just, like, knew what I wanted to say, did it in, like, a way that, like, flowed really well. Just, overall very good video. Honestly, I kind of like all the videos that I did for Metroid so far. Again, I still believe that the story, visual aids that I did for the Metroid 1 review, amazing. Best thing I've ever made. And also the AM2R review is one of my most viewed reviews now. It's not like 760-ish views. I don't know why more people decided to watch that one. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like half-assed that one. Because, like, honestly, it was kind of hard to write because, like, this is the third time I'm talking about Metroid 2. What else can I really say? There were different things to say about, like, AM2R specifically, but still kind of felt like I was repeating myself a little bit at points. And I'll probably do the Prime games another M, like a year-ish after Prime 4 comes out, if it ever comes out. Like, I mean, we finally got a Bayonetta 3 trailer, but like, what about Prime 4? I'd like to know, please. Metroid Dread I'm probably doing this year at some point. Don't know when specifically, but eventually. I already made that joke. See, I did the joke too early. And Jet Set Radio was not planned, like, at all. The thing is, I felt like replaying these games, and I was like, man, I can't wait to review these games one day. But Metroid was almost done, so I was just like, you know what, why not just do it now? I don't know, like, the sudden urge to, like, talk about them was, like, really fitting. Those games just kind of have, like, this crazy, wild, spontaneous energy that I can't describe, so that was pretty neat. And I definitely liked how the future video turned out. Although I probably could have said more about it, but I didn't want to say too much, mainly because it's a game more people should play. Because at least with the first game, a lot more people seem to have played it, but like, with future, it's just like, why has no one played this game? I don't get it. It's supposed to be the better one. Alright, so, here's some stuff that I might do this year, or at least some point in the Future-ish. Emphasis on might? I don't know. Although I'm probably gonna be taking a break from like reviews for a bit, just to do some other stuff that aren't reviews. Like once I do like 2 or 3 videos that aren't reviews, there's probably like 3 indie games that I'm gonna be talking about, and they're all like vaguely related to each other. 2 of them kind of, but like the other 2 are like made by the same dude, so kinda counts. Probably just keep it a secret what they are for now, mainly because I'm actually doing them. Like actually, like I have like legitimately decided that I want to talk about these games in video format. So, you know, look forward to that, maybe. Hopefully they're not bad. I don't know. I'm also trying to do a Switch 5 years later video, because I did one that was like 1 year later, and I had fun doing that back then. I actually rewatched it in preparation. Wasn't terrible, but wasn't great either. I haven't really like started writing the script for it yet. Thing is, I want to start writing it. A little bit of writer's block. Not completely sure what I want to say yet. If I do end up doing it, it'll probably be out on like the Switch anniversary. You know, March 3rd, 2020. That also means Breath of the Wild is 5 years old. How about that, huh? Again, it felt like eons ago. It's just like, wait, it's only been 5 years? I also want to do a video about, like, the fragile nature of multiplayer. Mainly because in, like, 2020 at some point, I played Quake 3 and I was just like, wow, I would love this game if I played it 20 years ago. Because it's like, this is a really good game, but there's no one to play it with. I don't know, just, like, talking about how, like, multiplayer games are, like, inherently linked to other people playing them. It's kind of interesting to me. I also want to do another I Love video. I think it might be about swords. Maybe we'll get to the trains one eventually, who knows? Because, like, you know, swords are extremely common in video games. And there's a reason why, because they're really cool, and they work well in video games, somehow. So yeah, swords are pretty cool. But, you know, for games that I may or may not review, hopefully I can do Pokemon at some point this year. I said I was gonna do it last year, but I never said that I would. Well, I did, but you know what I mean. I didn't get to it. Recording this right now, Legends Arceus comes out in like 2 days, so maybe I'll start playing it after I play that game. I don't know. Also, I might do like a thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's like I did one with Sword and Shield, but mainly it amounts to depends on if I have a lot to say about it right now. Honestly, I might do one for Breath of the Wild too, assuming it actually comes out this year, which I'm not completely confident on. But you know, speaking of Switch games, there are a few newer games that I want to look at this year. I already mentioned Metroid Dread, so yeah. I also want to look at the Smash Ultimate DLC, mainly the characters, because like, have you seen the characters they got in this game? Smash Brothers is a fever dream now. Like, it's still kind of wild that Sora is in the game, finally. It turns out they've been trying to get this dude in for like 10 years. So yeah, that's... like, I don't even have words for that right now. That's just amazing. So yeah, that'll probably be fun. What also will probably be fun is Astral Chain. The thing is, ever since I did the Bayonetta 2 review, I wanted to replay Astral Chain. Never got around to it. And at this point, it's just like, you know what? Why not review it? That would be cool. Astral Chain is very good. I also kind of want to redo another old video. Like, I don't want to redo old stuff very often, but like, you know, sometimes. Be pretty fun. I'm thinking maybe A Link to the Past, because I also want to start doing Zelda, but I definitely won't start this year. I know that much for a fact, because I know the Ocarina of Time video is going to be interesting, mainly because by the time I actually do it, there'll be a PC port, almost certainly, given that the game's been reverse engineered. It's been like 2-ish months since then, I think. Like, apparently there's one port that's apparently 90% done, but like, we'll see. Like, there's probably gonna be at least one port of the game to PC release this year, somehow. Because I do try to use official releases of games where I can, but you know, if there's a PC version that's like better than what's currently on Switch, I should probably mention it. Because like, I think they've improved the input lag on like Ocarina of Time on N64 Online, but like, it's still just like, man. Like, I know N64 emulation is hard, but come on. Like, I tried to play it. Keyword tried. At least with, like, 1.0 when it, like, came out, it's like, no, this is terrible. I cannot play the game like this. And, like, I was playing it in handheld mode, where there's, like, less latency because it's on, like, the Switch screen. But when I eventually decide to do another marathon-ish, I don't know, maybe I'll just call them marathon-ishes now. Whatever. You know what I mean. When I decide to do another marathon, I'm probably going to be doing Mega Man X, another thing that I wanted to do last year at some point, but then didn't, because time is fleeting. Although Mega Man X is probably gonna be harder to get through than, like, Mega Man Classic. Classic Mega Man is pretty similar to each other, but at least they're, like, consistently good. The highs of Mega Man X are, like, some of the best in the series, but, like, the lows are some of the worst in the series. It's the duality of Mega Man. X, X4, beautiful. X6, X7, no, just no. I haven't even played the games because it's like, do I even want to torture myself? Not really. But I will in the future, begrudgingly. But hey, that's what's coming up, maybe, possibly, not completely sure yet. Just the ideas that have been coming into my head. Even skipped a few, mainly because I wasn't completely sure if I could even get to them soonish. Anyway, video games are good. I'm going to be talking about them on this thing that I do on the internet. I might upload less often than I used to, but I'm still doing this somehow. I also stream still, so like if you watch those, it's appreciated. I've been trying to like stream twice a week-ish. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes I'm just like tired from work and I'm just like, I don't feel like it. But hey, I'm gonna try to stream like twice a week-ish, so there's at least something. It's not just an empty void of nothing. I was supposed to be ending this. Point is, subscribe. I don't know. It's been fun. Take care, everyone.